which is kind of fun. Find all coordinate points, all points having a y coordinate of 3. So if I think about it, I'm looking for a point. Point means x comma y. You're looking for coordinate point, where the y coordinate is -3, whose distance from the point 1, 2 is 13. So the distance is 13. I have a point, which is, I don't care what he is. Could be 0.1 or 0.2. And notice, find all points. What's the only thing I'm missing? I have an x and a y. What am I missing here? I'm missing an x. So I'm going to look for the x component of that. That means I have 2 points. I have x -3 and 1, 2, and I want to find the distance between those 2 points. Now, what do I know? I know that the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared equals d. So now, using the distance formula and filling in the blanks, I'm given that d is 13. I've got x minus 1. I have y minus 2, or minus 3 minus 2. So subtract the x's and square them. Subtract the y's and square them. So this is the square root of x minus 1 squared plus a minus 5 squared equals 13. Or, now I may be putting in more steps than you would, and that's okay. 25 equals 13. Now that's as far as I can go. Now what do I need to do? Square both sides, because I need to get rid of the radical. Well, it's an equation. What I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So that x minus 1 squared plus 25 equals 13 squared, which is 169. It's one of the few. That's probably the last, well, 15. I know what 15 squared is. Don't know what 14 squared is. Now there's something that we could use. We could multiply everything out, bring everything to the same side, 0 on the other. But do you remember we have a technique that when I've got a squared thing, it's called the square root property, where I could subtract 25 from both sides, which gives me x minus 1 squared equals 144. Square root both sides using the square root property. Don't forget the plus or minus. Thank you, Alex. So that x minus 1 is plus or minus 12. Or x is 1 plus or minus 12. We have that x is 1 plus 12. X is 1 minus 12. So the x component of my coordinate point is 13 or minus 11. But my answer is find the points. The point is 13, -3, and -11, -3. Because remember, I was dealing with a coordinate point that was x comma -3.